Ash vs. Evil Dead is a television series that aired on Starz. It had 3 seasons that ran from 2015 to 2018, and it's also one of the most pirated television shows. We're really a loyal bunch, us Evil Dead fans.
I would tell people, hey, great news! They're bringing Evil Dead back as a series. Oh my God, what's it gonna be on? Starz. It was only the most illegally downloaded TV show in the history of fucking TV shows. Oh, why did they get canceled? Because you fuckers ripped it.
But let's get back on track. The opening image of the season is a shot of Ash's Airstream trailer. We're hit with many inserts of leather straps being pulled, close-up of Ash's determined eyes and clenched teeth, and we hear grunts of effort. When we zoom out, we see him in a wife-beater and boxers, trying to tighten a leather man-girdle around his torso while looking in the mirror. He does a little ditty to the music with his high C, and we're left wondering, what the hell? So this is where we begin Act 1. It's comprised of episodes 1 through 3, and we learn that Ash has been living as this womanizing drifter who works as a stock boy at a local department store called Value Stop. The conflict starts when Ash realizes that he got really high one night and read from this book called the Necronomicon.
Fuck.
So yeah, this fucking dumbass released evil into the world. Now his co-workers, Pablo and Kelly, are dragged into the mix. So they see him fight a couple of deadites.
Looky dooky Geritol. Time to dance!
And they're kind of just in it with him now, so they go with Ash to figure this stuff out.
The other first thing I gotta do is some cardio, because my heart is jackhammering like a quarterback on prom night.
So the three of them set off on a journey to contain the evil Ash released.
I was toying with a nickname for us. The Ghost Beaters.
That is so fucking bad.
Yeah, buddy, I gotta tell you, that's probably the worst thing I've ever heard.
Meanwhile,
A cop tries to uncover the secrets behind a work-related incident that resulted in the death of her partner, whom she had to kill after he got possessed and attacked her. Ash seeks the help of a man who is obsessed with the dark arts and has the ability to translate and read the book. Ash gets the brilliant idea to summon a demon so he can ask it how to clean up his mess.
Reading from it again can't make things any worse. It's kind of like spilling paint on a painting. It's okay because there's already paint on it.
That is incorrect.
It doesn't go well. Amanda then teams up with Ruby, a character we've been seeing glimpses of throughout the narrative, to hunt Ash down. Also, Ruby is played by the brilliant Lucy Lawless, who Bruce Campbell had worked with on Xena Warrior Princess. The two have an extensive history together. Act 2, episodes 4 through 7. The same demon that Ash summoned had possessed Kelly without any of them knowing, and this causes more trouble for the team when they visit Pablo's uncle, El Brujo, for guidance. They're able to coerce Elgas to leave Kelly's body, but El Brujo gets killed in the process. Ash had learned through a drug-induced trip with Brujo, though, that he has to return to the cabin where it all started to fix his mess. So the team heads out. This is where episodes 6 and 7 take place. They don't push the narrative along too much, but they're certainly important to character building and relationship development. Amanda and Ruby get separated when Ruby dies after a deadite attack. Amanda sets off to find Ash on her own, and on the journey to the cabin, Ash is able to show Amanda that he isn't the bad guy, and she joins the Ghost Beaters.
What, you never saw a guy with a chainsaw hand before?
The two really hit it off. There's some chemistry there. Oh yeah, and Ruby comes back from the dead. Act 3, episodes 8 through 10.
For anything.
Hey. Just so you know, each of you has a very special place in my heart. Good job staying alive. Keep it up. Amen.
After realizing how much he cares about his fellow Ghost Beaters, Ash separates himself from the group and tries to go to the cabin alone. Everyone he ever cared for died at that cabin, and he doesn't want the same thing to happen to them.
Don't you get it? Everybody dies here. It's just a rule. Death, taxes, more death, and I don't pay taxes, so all I know is death.
Amanda catches up to him, though, and the two of them start to execute a plan. Ash gets stuck in the work shed with his ex-girlfriend, Linda, in the same spot where he left her in Evil Dead 2.
Even now, we have your darling Linda's soul.
You're going down.
Amanda explores the cabin and eventually runs into an evil duplicate of Ash who grew from the possessed hand that Ash had severed from himself when he first visited the cabin in 1982.
Son of a...
Evil Ash kills Amanda for calling him a tumor.
You're just some creepy tumor that grew out the stump of a possessed hand.
Name calling is not nice.
And the two Ashes fight one another, and Pablo and Kelly, who finally found their way to the cabin, have to decide which one is the real Ash. Thankfully, they make the right decision. Ruby finally makes it to the cabin too. She and Ash meet for the first time.
You say one more dumb thing.
I'm gonna say a lot of dumb things. That didn't work.
She tells him that she can take the burden of the Necronomicon away from Ash and that she knows how to fix things. She talks Ash through a ritual with the book. He cuts the face from it and surrenders ownership to Ruby. When she begins chanting a ritual, though, it becomes very clear that something isn't right. The book's face suctions itself onto Pablo's face. Ash tries to stop Ruby, but then she reveals that she's what's known as a Dark One, and she's the one who wrote the book.
Of course I know what I'm doing. I wrote this book.
What's going on with you? What are you talking about?
Ruby tries to make a deal with Ash. She promises he can go and live in Jacksonville just like he dreamed, never having to worry about evil in his life ever again. Ash refuses the offer. Pablo is taken into the cellar and used as a vessel to birth Ruby's demon spawn, and Ash goes in there to find him and stop her.
Someone needs to wash your mouth out, kid.
And that someone is me.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
Later on, Pablo, who's still under the control of the book, is being forced to kill Kelly. So in a last-ditch effort to save himself and his friends, he accepts Ruby's deal, despite Pablo pleading with him that it isn't right.
One debt to society later.
So the three of them leave Ruby at the cabin with her book and her spawn and drive off to Jacksonville together. Pablo and Kelly sit in the backseat and nervously listen to the radio, spouting news of sinkholes opening up around the United States. Ash switches the radio and blasts Back in Black, laughing happily to himself and choosing to remain blissfully ignorant of the consequences of his decision to make the deal. The season ends with a shot of the Delta pulling the Airstream down the road. A sinkhole opens up behind them, and we're left wondering if Ash made the right call. Spoiler alert, he didn't. To answer a few more of the questions on the television analysis, on top of starring in the series, Bruce was also a producer on Ash vs. Evil Dead, and he's acted on other shows such as Briscoe County Jr., previously mentioned Xena Warrior Princess, Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, and Burn Notice, and he even directed a few episodes of those shows too. Anytime I introduce people to the Evil Dead franchise, I just tell them that Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell were Three Stooges super fans, and then everything just kind of makes sense after that. I actually went and found some clips of the Three Stooges and compared them to clips of Evil Dead, and it's actually really insane how similar they are. And so with that, I'll just leave you with a couple more clips of the Three Stooges and Evil Dead literally being the same thing. Okay, thanks for watching.
Put that sod back where it belongs.
What's that you got on your face?
Huh?